And a very good evening, everybody. I'm John Cole. After winning the Region 13 title and coming within a game of getting to the Junior College World Series, the baseball Tetons are underway here in 2024 after a trip to Arizona. The defending Region 13 champs, 17-7. Here's the Region 13 Coach of the Year on this year's team.
Yeah, we've got a young group, that's for sure. We've seen a lot of ups and downs with the bats. Days where we look like we really know what we're doing. Days where we really can tell we have a lot of freshmen. I think defensively we've been pretty good. We've defended the infield a lot better than I thought we would, especially on the left side. With us having two freshmen on the left side of the infield, you never really know what you're going to get, and they've both done a really good job. Losing Zach Stark behind the plate, huge loss. We have two guys that have really stepped up, and three for that matter from a leadership standpoint. But they've done a really good job of really picking up where he left off. Then our starting pitching has been just spectacular. I mean, Cody Butt's got 49 strikeouts through 5 starts. Braden Olson's been spectacular. Matt Thompson's been really good, and Jorge's really starting to come around now. And so we're excited for where we go now. But you know, we just wait and see what the weather does.
And certainly the cupboard is not bare. I mean, not when you can bring back a Denton and a Goff, people like that. It's not bare.
No, for sure. And those guys have been good so far. I mean, Jalen's been pretty spectacular. I think he's got 37 hits, 14 or 15 extra base hits through 24 games. So not a lot to complain about there. And guys that have been there, done that with me. Through the early season, I'm extremely difficult to play for. I have a lot of demands and expectations for them to meet, and those guys do it better than anybody.
And they've been hitting the ball well. A lot of new faces. They've been hitting the ball well.
Yeah, we have our days where we definitely put it together, and I think the numbers kind of lie a little bit to an extent. The consistency factor has not been there as much as we'd like it to be there. We need to make more hard outs, cut down on the strikeouts. But hitting's contagious, and we very much fall into that. And I think that's what you have with young teams. You're going to have days where you put up 14, 15, 16 hits, and other days where you have 3 or 4. And the days that the bats don't come around, we've just been fortunate to have the good pitching and defense that has allowed us to win some games.
And as you proved last year, nearly got to the World Series, just got to stay with it because it's going to be a lot of ups and downs.
Yeah, I mean, that's baseball in a nutshell, especially spring baseball. You never really know what you're going to get on any given day. You never know what the weather's going to do. You never know what to expect especially from a young team. But we're excited for the road ahead, and we'll just play when they tell us we're playing.
All righty, they were supposed to play in Iowa this past weekend, but got snowed out. They are set to open their home schedule on Friday against Lake Region. We will see what the weather brings. UND hockey team found out on Sunday they will meet another legendary hockey program when they face off against Michigan on Friday at the NCAA 7:30 p.m. in the Michigan Heights Regional in Missouri. Brad Berry knows what he has to do to have his team to get some success in the Show Me State.
And we are not done. And at the end of the day, these guys care. They absolutely care about each other, and they've worked so hard to get to this point. And I think it's one of those things that we're going to have to play a little bit tighter together defensively, which will allow us to play in the other team's end and make sure it gives us a chance. And at the end of the day, we're going to be getting after it here next weekend wherever we go.
All right, the two programs have met 91 times with the Wolverines holding a slim edge. Game can be seen on ESPNU at 7:30 p.m. Let's take a timeout on First News at 10.